Happy Friday. Welcome in. Welcome in. First Friday of the NFL regular season. We have a lot to talk about. We've got NFL, we've got college football. We've got news coming in. If you guys have questions on anything, go ahead and ask. I think the biggest thing for us to discuss right now is what's going on with Christian McCaffrey. Nathan, what's up? Also, just genius move by me, lose all my NFL bets yesterday so that we can win tonight and on the weekend. That's literally the best strategy I've ever had. So shout out to me for, coming up with that strategy right there. But how about taking Genty in every draft? Yes. I only have so with the family stuff that I had going on, I didn't get to do as many drafts as I wanted to in terms of dollar amount, but I only have CMC on one of my teams. That was over like 75 or 100 in entries. So I only have him on one of like 6. So I'm feeling pretty fine about that. I did take Genty over him in multiple drafts. I don't know where I'm at really with this right now. I don't think if he doesn't practice today, or if he does. So I saw the report he was warming up to practice, and then I saw the separate report that he was not with his teammates and he was going through pre-practice routine on a separate field, and it was unclear whether he will practice today or just go through physical therapy. If he just does PT today, yeah, like it's over. I mean, it's over. Average Gamer Trey, what's up? Welcome in. So this is from Matt. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, from NBC. Ready for the Juju Masterclass? Me too. Thank you. Let's set the tone for that right now. That's a veteran move. That it was, Jim. That wasn't my best performance last night. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of unknowns when you come into the first week of the NFL season. The Eagles offense, which if you read my blog yesterday, I kind of talked about how, even though I don't think they want to run as much this year, it was going to be a good spot for them to run last night. Their offense looked terrible. Not a lot of play action, not a lot of pre-snap movement. AJ Brown was not getting open. I don't know. Like, their offense did not look good. So I personally did not forecast Jahan Dotson to lead their team in receiving last night. So that was unfortunate. He did have Devonta Smith on the one play he ran for a touchdown. I think he could have fitted into Devonta Smith, but he just ran it in. Will Shipley had him to score a touchdown last night. He almost scored in the first quarter. He got tackled like inside the 5, and then he got hurt and never came back in. So that was also unfortunate. Kind of can't really predict that stuff there. Did take 1.5 units on the Eagles Chiefs moneyline parlay. So we do have 1.5 units on the Chiefs moneyline tonight at -103 odds. That is good. So hopefully tonight we can set the tone. Let's get the Chiefs winning. Let's get Juju going. 50 yards from Juju, I'd be pretty down with that. This report, during the brief window that is open to the media, 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey was on a side field while his teammates began going through drills. McCaffrey was with Mike Sola, a member of the team's athletic training staff, with the title of director. I don't know, man. I'm going to be straight with you guys. Two days ago, CMC was going to be on. Okay, see, but now this guy reports he's back at 49ers practice, but the report is that he's not. He's on the side field. I feel like that needs to be established from people. Anyways, There was a period 2 days ago where Christian McCaffrey was going to be the highest owned player for me, probably for everybody on the DFS slate this weekend. I probably would have put him on a 100% of my teams. That's not the case anymore. I don't really think if he doesn't practice today, which it's looking like he's not, and I'm just gonna fade that whole situation. Probably fade. Other than Kittle, probably won't play much there. I think Kittle and obviously Smith and the Jigba would be interesting, but I honestly don't like that game as much as some of the others. So I don't know. I'm probably just gonna fade the whole situation. Which is crazy. I took his receptions up to 5 also. I don't hate that. I saw somebody commented on my tweet, the Juju tweet, and they were like, he hasn't done that, or he's done it like 3 times in the last 3 years or something. Like, I don't really know what that has to do with tonight. Like, I'm not betting for something over the last 3 years. I'm betting for tonight. He also just went for 60 yards in the AFC Championship game in the playoffs last year. So I think it's not unlikely that he can get 50 or 60 yards tonight. And for what it's worth, there's been some pretty positive reports surrounding his like involvement and how he's been throughout training camp as well. So if you guys are tuning in and you don't know what I'm talking about, I tweeted this out a few days ago, but I laddered Juju receiving yards tonight. So I took him over 18.5 and then laddered that at 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus, I think. But got really, really good odds on that on Bet365. I think FanDuel, the odds are much worse. Let me double check that. So, yeah, just for reference for you guys and why I thought this was such a good bet, we took 40 plus at 4-1, and FanDuel has it at 3-1. We took 50 plus at 7-1. FanDuel has it at 5-1, and we took 60 plus at 12-1. FanDuel has it at 8-1, and 70 plus at 16-1. FanDuel has it at 12-1. So we got really, really good odds on that. Just looking for, I'd take 50 yards from our guy Juju tonight. What's the line for Kenneth Walker carries? FanDuel has it at, let's take a look here. Where's that game? Let's see. Rush attempts. FanDuel has it at 14.5, and it's juiced minus 130 to the over. Also, so I'm on Chiefs. We're on Chiefs money line tonight in that parlay, and then the Juju props. I don't know if I'll take anything else. I'll probably just, go to war with Juju tonight. Hopefully he can catch a couple passes. But ultimately just hope the Chiefs win the game. I also tweeted out my play of the day for Sunday NFL slate. That is going to be Green Bay on the money line minus 130. Very, very popular. The Lions, super popular. But this line, reverse line movement. This line opened as the Lions favored. They are getting vast majority of the bets, and it's flipped to Packers minus 2.5. I think the Packers are the better team. Personally, they're at home. Micah Parsons, I do expect to play, hopefully. If he does, I think they can do some interesting stuff. Detroit replacing the interior of their offensive line. We know Jared Goff can struggle if you get him under pressure. So we'll see what happens there. Detroit also could start slow, replacing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. I'm not really the biggest Aaron Glenn fan. Personally, I don't think he's very good. Or I don't think he was very good as a defensive coordinator. So that one I don't care much about, but losing Ben Johnson, is a big thing. So we'll see kind of how the offense looks, how the team looks. I think the Packers are better. They're at home. Green Bay, I think they've won 11 or 12 home openers in a row. They're very good in these early season Lambeau games, and they have been historically. So I like Green Bay on the money line at minus 130. That is my favorite play for Sunday. Also, we'll talk some bets on Sunday morning stream whenever we pop that, as well as DFS kind of final thoughts. I got to get a Juju jersey if he gets 100 yards. 100. I might do that too, honestly. Yeah, if he got 100, I can't even bet. Can you even bet him to get 100? I don't think you can. I think 70 was the highest, at least on 365. Let me check FanDuel. Yeah, the highest on FanDuel. Oh, you can get 80 plus at 15 to 1. I mean, no reason for me to bet that, considering we got 16 to 1 on 70. So make a TikTok in the jersey too. I will. Hey, if Juju cashes the full ladder that we took, so that'd be 70 yards, and he scores a touchdown, because I bet him anytime and first touchdown. I don't care about the first, but if he gets 70 yards and a touchdown tonight, I will buy a Juju Smith-Schuster. DK is 90 at 32 to 1. I probably can get at $1 on that, unfortunately. I might have someone else bet it for me, though, and then I don't know. I don't know if I can really say that, so I'm just going to retract that statement. I won't do that. But if he gets 70 and a touchdown, I will buy a Juju Smith-Schuster Chiefs jersey, and I will wear it on stream. I need 70 and a touchdown. And why I say I probably can't get any money down on this, DraftKings was so scared last night. They were scared of Hunter Lepke, the guy that did not touch the ball on offense. I saw that report that the Cowboys had two, running backs active, just Sanders and Williams. Hunter Lepke, not really, the type of guy that's going to get a lot of touches, but as a fullback, he did line up at halfback a couple times. Maybe they had a designed, schemed up play for him in the red zone or something. I thought it was worthwhile taking a stab on his touchdown prop. I went to bet this on DraftKings, and DraftKings told me, and I have a screenshot of this. I'll tweet this screenshot out later. DraftKings was so scared of Hunter Lepke touchdown props, they said my max stake for the bet was $1.11. I could bet $1.11 on Hunter Lepke to score last night on DraftKings. So I doubt they're going to let me bet Juju 90 yards, but I might try it and just see what the limit is. Juju jersey will be ordered, though, if he gets 70 yards and a touchdown. All right, let's run through. I got to finish the blog for tonight's game will be out after the stream. Let's run through college, and then we'll run through a little NFL, and then we'll talk a lot of NFL, obviously, on Sunday morning as well. So let's just plan for that. As far as college, you guys know I have Unabated pulled up. We are partnered with them here. If you guys are bettors, I would suggest checking out Unabated, some pretty interesting tools. Let me pull up college football. I'm not betting. I'm going to throw $1 on a touchdown, 90 and 5 for Juju. Yeah, let's do it. Juju has the chance to just go completely legendary tonight. And there's going to be no in between. He's going to crush. He's going to get 50, 60 yards, or he's going to get 0. I don't think there's any chance it's in between. It's going to be one or the other. I'm not betting any college games tonight. Just focus on the Chiefs game. We'll focus on tomorrow's games for college. So stuff that sticks out to me, and then bigger games. Baylor SMU is a big game. Line is pretty clear, 2.5 everywhere for SMU. I didn't bet anything here. Obviously, we faded Baylor the other week. So you're laddering up to 70. Yeah, that's what I did, Nathan. I might do 90 on DraftKings, but it's going to be like, I don't know, $4, I guess. That's probably what I can bet. We faded Baylor last week. We took Auburn over them. That was a sweat-free winner. I don't really like this Baylor team a lot, but I also don't like this SMU team that much. So I'm probably staying away here. If I had to pick something, it might be the over. 63.5 looks like where this has settled. Might take the over if I was going to pick something in this game. That's where I'm at there. I didn't make a play on that game. Illinois Duke. This line's down to 2.5 in favor of Duke. I'm just playing Duke straight up on the money line here. I think they get blown out or they win the game. I don't think there's kind of any in between there. Illinois, I think, is vastly overrated. And that would be why Duke is just a 2.5 point underdog here. I don't think Illinois is very good. I don't think they're as good as their ranking. Duke did not look great last week against Elon. But again, just reading the line here, this is telling that I don't think Illinois is very good. So I'm gonna take Duke straight up on the money line and just ride with them there. I think they get blown out or they win the game outright. So I'm just taking the plus 125, I think is what I took. Let's check here. There's a plus 125 looks like the best. I mean, it's down to plus 114 on DraftKings, plus 125 on FanDuel, looking like the best line there. So Duke money line, first play for me. Iowa State is a fun game. I did not take anything here. I would lean Iowa. Don't really like this Iowa State team that much. You know, I faded them in Ireland with Kansas State. That did not work out. I'm not fading them again because I'm not betting it, but I would lean towards the Iowa side of this game. Maybe it just turns into like a muddied up game. It's a pretty like decently low total. You know, maybe it's a one possession game late. We see what happens, but I lean towards the Iowa side of that one. Moving on down here. I like the over in this Texas State UTSA game. This is going to be one of the most fun games. If you're not doing anything Saturday at 3:30, I'd recommend tuning in to Texas State UTSA. It's going to be really, really fun. I took over 64.5. It's up to 65.5 now everywhere. I think there's going to be like tons of points scored here. Two really, really fun offenses, and should just be plenty of points scored. So I took the over 64.5 at 65.5. Now I'm still fine with the over there. And if you're not doing anything Saturday, I'd recommend watching that game. Kentucky Ole Miss. I liked Kentucky in this game when it was 10.5. You can still get a 10.5 on ProfitX, but it's minus 136. Everywhere else, it's 9 or 8.5. I probably won't touch it at that, but I wish I would have taken this earlier in the week. I did like Kentucky getting 10.5, but the line moved down, so probably just staying away there. Kansas, Missouri. I don't know, man. I'd probably lean Kansas, but not playing anything there. South Florida, Florida is a really good game too. That's on at 4:15. I'd probably lean towards the total and take the over on this one. It's 57.5. You can get a 56.5 on ESPN bet, it looks like. There's some flat 57s out there as well. I'd lean over on this one. Byron Brown looked pretty good outside the first quarter against Boise. Lagway, metrics didn't look that good, but I thought he played good. I'm a big Lagway fan as it is. I kind of like their playmakers that they have this year too in Florida. Really, really tough schedule. Or I'd be more interested in them from a futures perspective. So I didn't play anything here, but I'd lean towards the over if I was picking something there. Moving down, I took 7 with Western Kentucky. You guys know this is my team. I've bet them both weeks, week 0 and week 1. They cashed for me both times. Toledo's a tough team. Toledo's very good. One of the best teams in the MAC. So there could just be a talent disparity here. Like Toledo could just be flat out better. But I love this Western Kentucky team. I really think they're going to win the Conference USA. I love McIver. Really, really experienced quarterback play. Probably not going to like kill you with mistakes. So if the rest of the team can keep pace, I don't think McIver is going to kill you with mistakes. So I took 7 points with the Hilltoppers. This is my team. I'm probably just going to bet them most weeks and just ride with them. So I did take Kentucky +7. Charlotte looked, you guys might remember, I took Charlotte on the money line last week. Who did they play? I can't remember. James Madison, maybe? Tulane? I think James Madison. I can't remember. They looked absolutely terrible, like one of the worst teams in the country. That being said, didn't take it, but I might be interested in some points against North Carolina. I don't think North Carolina is good at all. They probably shouldn't be 14-point favorites over like anyone at this point. So maybe go back to some pain and take the Charlotte well there, but I didn't play anything there. That'd be my lean. Moving down farther, Oklahoma, Michigan, big game. This was 4.5 earlier, and then it was 5.5, and now it's back to like 5, 4.5 in some places. I like Oklahoma in this game. End of the day, I think I like Bryce Underwood. He looked good to me against New Mexico. I think top to bottom though, Oklahoma's the better team. They're at home, and they have the more experienced quarterback. As much as I like Bryce Underwood, and I think he looked very good, this is a tough spot to make your first road start in. Oklahoma has struggled in recent years, especially under Venables, to win big games. So it would not be shocking to me if they underperform in this game because they just have not shown up to the challenge in recent years. But they did beat Alabama last year. They're at home. I think they can really, really take advantage of this Michigan secondary. I think the front seven for Michigan is good. On the back end, I still have some concerns. So if they can give John Mateer some time to throw the ball, I think they can take advantage of the secondary. I'm leaning Oklahoma in this one. I think that's the popular side, though. But I'm just going to ride with it. I'm going to ride with the Sooners at home, I think. So I took him at -4.5. And that line is still available. Let me see if I can find the splits here. No, it actually Michigan's 62% of the bets. So Michigan's the public side of this one. Interesting. I like Oklahoma. I played them. One of my favorite spots on the slate. And then finishing out with any other games, Hawaii late back on the island against Sam Houston. I think you could take Hawaii in that midnight game if you want to stay up really late. I would lean Hawaii. I also would lean. I like Michigan State. I took this at 4.5. It's down to 3.5. I think they're significantly better than Boston College. I like Aiden Shiles a little bit. So I'm going to play Michigan State this weekend. So to kind of summarize, I like Duke. I like Oklahoma. I like Michigan State. I like Western Kentucky. Those are like for sure plays for me. Leans, I'd say over in the Florida game. Oh, and I love the over in the UTSA game. That's a play for sure. Leans would be over in the Florida game and Hawaii, maybe like late night. Yeah, I think that is about it. Kind of a weird week. Nothing I really love this week. Oklahoma and the over in the UTSA game, probably my favorite two spots. Nothing I really, really like on the college docket this weekend. Switching back over to NFL for tonight, like I said, we're racking Chiefs money line in the parlay from last night and Juju props. Other stuff that I think you can look at or just question marks I have, and the blog will be out after the stream. So if you guys want more detailed, my thoughts on the game. But I want to see what happens with Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey. They made a point in their last preseason game when the starters played to play Keenan Allen outside. So I think most people, when they signed Keenan Allen back, were under the assumption that Ladd McConkey majority would work outside, and that would let Keenan Allen operate on the inside in the slot. I don't know if that's the case. They might want to keep Ladd inside and put Keenan outside. So I think that's going to be something to look for early on in the game. Regardless, it's in theory, whichever one of the two plays in the slot is in a really good spot. Kansas City was definitely a slot funnel last year. They were very, very good on the boundaries outside, struggled to contain slot receivers. They also, like, if we can get Ladd in the slot in this one, Spagnuolo plays pretty man-heavy on defense. Ladd McConkey, fantastic route runner, fantastic creator of separation. So just inherently interested in him anytime he plays, heavy man coverage. So that would be like a double bonus in terms of Ladd McConkey. If we look at his games against the Chiefs last year, he had 5 for 67 and a touchdown in the early season. And then he did not play against them again, I don't believe. I think just the one game against KC for McConkey, 5 for 67 and a touchdown. And that would fit well with someone that, I think is good against man coverage and would excel from the slot. So it's kind of an unknown who's really going to play there full time, but probably interested in Ladd if I was picking one of them. Worthy, you can't go wrong with. Obviously, he's going to play a huge role. Completely dominated down the stretch for them without Rashee Rice last season. Expecting that to continue, especially him entering, his second year. So Worthy should have a big game as well. On the Chiefs running back situation, I don't know. I mean, how much is Kareem Hunt going to play? If Kareem Hunt is good to go, I still think they want to use him in the red zone. So, maybe he vultures, maybe he doesn't. On the Charger side, how much is Najee Harris going to play? I think his props around like 20 yards. Wouldn't be shocked. It's up to 20. It's 25.5 now. Hampton's at 47.5. So I don't know. How much do they use Justin Herbert as a runner? I mean, they spoke about that in the offseason, getting him out and using his legs. So that's like something to look out for in this game. But overall, I think the Chiefs will do what they do. They'll win a close game. And yeah, I do want to say, though, I want to see how the field looks. I put it in my Juju write-up. The NFL has come out multiple times, and they said that, they know the field was terrible last year and the field was not ready for an NFL game. And they're going to change that this year. I will just believe it when I see it. I don't really know what they could do to fix it. So if the field is like it was last year, this game could definitely go over and you could see some long touchdowns because guys can slip and fall and it creates a broken play. So maybe, just thinking that through, looking at some longest reception props, I see McConkey. His is pretty high at 24.5. I don't know if I like that. Worthy at 21.5, for a long reception is maybe a little bit interesting. Even like Juju long receptions at 12.5, it's juiced to the over. So this just supports my thesis on Juju anyways. He's juiced to the over 12.5 receptions or 12.5 longest reception. And we took him at his prop of 18.5. If he catches a ball and goes over 12.5 yards, there's a high chance he just cashes that. He could catch a 20-yard pass. No problem. But that's just another angle to think through. And then I'm sure Xavier Worthy rush yards will be popular. I think I saw the line was like 3.5. He's at 66.5 rush plus receiving yards. But yeah, just some stuff to think through there. But I think the Chiefs will win the game. Looking at the weekend, I already told you guys play of the day for me on Sunday is going to be Packers on the money line. I have some other props and stuff we can talk about on Sunday. Not really anything else that sticks out to me game-wise. I kind of like the over in the Raiders-Patriots game. I think that's something we can get ahead of. Chip Kelly, we know he's going to want to play fast. And I think there's a chance the Patriots offense, A, is good. B, Josh McDaniels calling the offense there, not really super fond of the Raiders. So I'm sure he's going to want to score as many points as he can. And, they can get a bump from the opposing offense in the Raiders playing fast under Chip Kelly. So I took this over at 43.5. It's minus 110 on FanDuel right now. It's a point higher on DraftKings at 44.5. There's a lot of 44s and 44.5s out there. It looks like 43.5 is the only available on FanDuel. So I would get in on that total for that game. But other than that, we'll talk props, touchdown scorers, all that good stuff Sunday at 11 a.m. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Good luck tonight. Check out the blog. I'll tweet it out when it gets posted. And make sure you guys tune in to the stream Sunday morning, 11 a.m. I'll be live for an hour. We're going to talk DFS. We're going to talk betting, props, touchdown scorers, answering last-minute questions. Hopefully, we can get Matt or someone on the stream Sunday as well. I'm going to talk to him and Sam, see if anyone wants to join us. Pacheco or Ibuka in flex, I would go Ibuka, Jim, for that one. But overall, thank you guys. Like I said, I'll be live Sunday morning. Big main slate. I'm so excited. Working on DFS teams all weekend. Hopefully, we can kick off the year with a big week one. Nathan, yeah, you can just tag me or message me, either one. But I'll see you guys Sunday.